one by on the sides serves two purposes. To hold the sheets together, sheets of plywood together so they don't scoot while I'm rolling something over it. And they serve as a little curb so things don't roll off. Particularly the first item, I'm going to be bringing the yellow workbench that has, looks like 3-inch wheels on it. Like to roll right off the side. The one by will help to prevent that. This hook's really not big enough for the strap, both ends of the strap, so I'm just putting the chain on there. Come on now. Not used to working with gloves. Well, there's the predicament with this. The wheel is touching the file drawer over there. And of course the top's hitting the wall over there, and the wheel's hitting the jamb over there. I know it's slightly on an angle, but I don't think if I straighten it, well, maybe if I straighten it, I'll just make it. Let me give that a try. I'll get some blocks of wood under there. I'm beat ready. I'm taking it out this way with the legs down that way, because on this side, even though I got some room inside the shop, there's a workbench and the carport outside the shop. I didn't want to be running into that, so I thought I'd give it a try on this side first. I might have to drag it back in and spin it 180. Try and go out the other way to get away from that cabinet. I don't want to be banging that up unnecessarily. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. I gotta turn it around. Bench is just too heavy for me to even scoot. So I'm going to have to come along to the base of one of those trees out there. I'm kind of out of juice. I've been trying to recover for several days. Got me some cardboard in the doorway there. Try to save the door sill. I've taken this door and jamb and sill, of course, out a few times since I've been here to get heavier things in and out. I thought I'd leave it in there this time and try to scoot things through there. See how it goes. Of course, the wheels, I welded them on. Okay, we'll have to call this the laughable equipment move. Spinning the bench around 180 so I could have a different angle to try to get it out of the opening here. Put the top right up against the door, so the door needed to come off. Well, I'm trying to do all this without my bin of blocks of wood, you know, my wedges and all this stuff. I thought they were behind the safe. I'm just kind of tired today. I didn't want to move the safe to get the bin of blocks of wood out of there. But I eventually gave up and moved the safe, which wasn't that hard because it's on rollers, on casters. The darn blocks of wood were not down there, were not behind there. So I finished taking the door off here, and where are the blocks of wood? Right here. Right where I never put them, except the last time I put them somewhere, I put them behind the door. So, almost got this out. Move you over here so you can see what I'm dealing with. The outside legs there are interfering with the upright on the carport, and I figured that was going to be the issue if I did it that way. That's why the first time, my first attempt was with it, 180 the other way with the legs over here, and I thought I could go around the door opening like that, and that didn't work out. So just about out now. Show you what's happening. I got that upper wheel around the upright of the carport. The lower wheel, I got it around the upright, but it's sitting the horizontal, or where it's anchored. I'm going to go out there and unscrew it, and that should be the last straw. That was about the easiest part of this whole thing. Put that back upright. I want it upright instead of on its, laying upside down on its top, because I want the flat surface so that when I tarp it, mostly a flat surface on top of everything. If the legs were sticking up, I was afraid to grip the tarp, or just hard to get a tarp tight when you're tightening it down on some points. Across a flat surface, it's a lot easier, and it rides a lot easier, a lot nicer. Well, it's about 5 days later. Wasn't that exciting getting that bench out? So it's another day. We're going to get going on some other things on the trailer loading list. I already loaded up the yellow bench with some bins and boxes of shop related stuff. Next is this compressor. Let's get it up. I got to get this drill press off of there. Got some new lifting straps. Cut that garbage off there. I'm not going to mess with trying to lift this drill press this time. I'm going to use a lifting strap and the overhead hoist here, the air operated overhead hoist that I've shown in a previous video. Get this rigged up somehow. I'll just use this as a rope. Drill press is off. I'm going to leave that platform, that wood platform on the side of the air compressor tank. I'm going to leave that there so that the tarp has something flat to lay over. It won't have a tendency to poke a hole in the tarp. And I'm going to reposition this with the pallet jack and put those 3/4 conduit under there. I think I've said in another video I don't use anything bigger than 1/2 inch pipe. Well, this is, pretty close, so I just happen to have this. So that's what I'm going to use. I'll show you what I have over here to get over the sill of the door. Since I'm not taking the door and door jamb and the door sill out this time, I've taken it out plenty of times in the past to move things in and out. I'm not going to do that this time, so I just hope to get over that. If I had something flexible to lay on there, that would be cool, like a sheet of steel or something. I'm just going to push this by hand as far as I can get it until it gets to this higher rise here across the door sill. I have a ramp outside the door, but it's kind of a steep angle. So maybe tilting, I may have to drag it somewhat. So I'm trying to get ready for that. Get the wood blocks out first this time. I won't have to take the door off because this is narrow enough to go out the way it is. Some dragon cardboard. All right, let's go. Manpower. All right, now I'm on that hill I was talking about. Got to drag it from the outside. This is a heavy one. I don't know about this. Whew. Too much. Move it. Move it unless you're going to help. Move. Get out of the way, Bella. You're in the people's way. You're in the people's way. That is one heavy file cabinet. I'm about done for today. I'm going to put the drawers towards each other in case they come open. Well, there's a couple of wind blockers. Note to self, tie the plugs up higher, much higher. I guess because I had it mounted on that platform on top of the compressor, it was okay the way I had them tied. But then I unbolted it from that platform and moved it around so the plugs dropped down, and now I smashed them. Doesn't look like they're broken, but could have been. Let's see, it's tied to this cord. Tied to that handle. Let's see if everything's there. With the spare tires. This one looks like it has been returned. Way different packaging than that one. Looks like all the parts are there. Okay, they give you two different size studs. Just like that go on a vehicle or an axle. Fortunately, the larger ones line up for my wheels. This plate goes on the bottom. There's a nut welded inside the bracket. Oh, I put the studs in backwards. That was easy enough to fix. See if I got that right.
Got my anti-seize packed away, so I can't put that on. Nice. That looks nice. I thought maybe it was going to stick out too far. Not farther than the axles, but can't have everything. I didn't have to make them. A little bit of a reach there. Seem to be well made, although I just noticed on the other side that the spare is floppy. We'll have to put some washers behind the wheel because the nut is bottoming out, running out of threads on the stud, so it's not drawing the wheel tight. I decided to put these in after I mounted it, so don't put them in backwards. Now I can't swing the hammer. That's swell. What the heck? No swinging room. What, these holes are tighter? Okay, let's get some washers here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. There's a big shoulder on here, so when you put the wheel on and run the just lug nuts down there, the lug nut bottoms out and the wheel's not even tight. Washers. Now those holes don't quite line up. Yeah, I can see I'm going to be redoing this. These things are going to get rusted on there, and I'll just put some hex bolts in there. I can at least get a wrench on the back side here. Then probably put locking lug nuts on the front here on the outside. Yeah, it's just spinning. On this side, I put the washers right behind the wheel. On that side, I put the washers under the head. I had to double up washers, and one of the washers over here wouldn't go behind the head because it's a larger diameter where that knurling is. So they're on there, but yeah, I'm gonna have to redo it with some different bolts. I bought these off of Amazon from a company called MyTee, MY-TEE. Company's in Ohio, but they ship from Texas. Doesn't say on the packaging where they're actually made, but you can only guess where that is, right? So this is after day 2 of loading. First day was a partial day, and I was not feeling up to that day, and that was just to get the yellow bench out, like you've seen already. I got a lot of weight on there today. Those 2 black and yellow bins are pretty heavy, especially this first one. Got some bins underneath on the shelf there, a couple of heavy boxes, the compressor here, the Dex sander. These file cabinets were deceiving. I thought this green one was going to be heavier. That's what I remember when I brought that one home. That's a fire safe file cabinet, and it ended up being what I have in that other one, that light colored, is much heavier than the green one. And I took weight out of there and distributed it into some bins and boxes, so it wouldn't be so much weight bouncing in the drawers, file drawers going down the road. So I'm surprised how heavy that one is. Maybe I should take some more weight out of that still. But then I have a couple of lighter items on here. They're light the way they're sitting now, but I'm going to stack a couple of those black and yellow bins on there, which all of them are pretty heavy. And then that AV cart, that audio visual cart, I'm going to put some boxed items on there. Then after that, I think the safe and the Grove bandsaw, then the lathe, then some miscellaneous stuff. And I think I'm going to take it to the scale and see how much it weighs.